Well, hey folks, FatGuyFliesRC. This is the FMS PC-21 Pilatus. It's a Swiss jet trainer. We're going to take it up and have a little bit of fun. Running a 4000 HRB in there. And now with this plane here, you have several features. You have this particular one has the Reflex version 2 in it, not the version 1. And I don't have the version 3. This came with the version 2. And if you want, it also has thrust reversing, but out of the box, it's a regular 6-channel plane because you got flaps and you got gear along with the normal 4 controls. Well, that's 6 channels. So if you want to control the reflex, you'll need a 7th channel. And if you want reverse thrust, well, then you'll need an 8th channel. So if you want, you can do like I've done. And I chose to use a reflex so that I can demonstrate it, and I think the plane slows down enough where you don't need reverse thrust, so I put a regular non-gyroed 7-channel Lemon RX with dual diversity antennas that has no gyro in it, and I hooked that to the reflex because the reflex handles the gyro and the wind mitigation. This FMS, with a reflex system, it comes with 3 levels. You have your optimized mode, which is what I'm in now, which is the same thing as in the spectrum world of AS3X or wind mitigation. Just helps a light foam plane fly well in the wind. Doesn't keep you from crashing, does not self-level the plane. And then it has stability mode, which is self-leveling, a beginner mode. Keeps the plane upright, you can't go upside down. It's more of a beginner mode. And then of course it has a no gyro mode, or I think they also call it direct mode, which just you and the plane. There is no stability or optimization or wind gyro at all. Just you and direct control. This is a very locked-in plane. It flies like it's on rails. Got a 4000 HRB in there. Let's take it up and have some fun with it.
Motor on.
The plane is longer than it is wide. Gives it its jet-like performance attitude. It's not super fast. You think it'd be faster being a jet trainer, but this is all stock. I haven't even given it a clear coat. This is how it looks out of the box. I mean, if you want to call putting a receiver in, modding it, I put a receiver in it. All right, that's it. All right, timer set for 4 minutes. We're going to fly in our high rates. And we're in the optimized mode, which is wind mitigation, because it is quite windy.
Gear up.
Gonna take it up now. Flip it. Haven't flown in a while. As you can obviously see, it is quite capable of some aerobatics. But at the same time, it'll slow right down and be very stable and locked in for you too. It is very windy, folks, very windy here. 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. But luckily, they're right down the runway. Hard for me to keep it straight, going up straight because the wind's pushing her. That big old 5-bladed prof has such a cool sound. All right, this is full speed into the wind. All right, we're going to take it up, we're going to flip it and then come back down. Full speed into the wind here. All right, I mean,
Gear down.
Really, it's too windy to be flying, but today's my day to fly, so I'm going to fly. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm going to go around. It is having a hard time with the wind. I mean, it's flying fine, but I can definitely tell the wind is definitely affecting it.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to If you can even hear the wind at all, that tells you exactly how strong the wind actually is, because we have electronic filters and a wind muff on the mic. So, man. And it's now across the runway. Now that's why I'm having such a hard time. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to go deep this way. All right. All right. Take it up one more time. Now that I'm able to read the wind, that wind changes on you. I'm really having to hold a lot of left elevator or rudder right now to keep her straight out. Now see, the wind turned her there. I didn't turn her. But, yeah, kind of see the wind is now going this way. All right, let's get back, and now you can kind of understand why I'm having to turn it or land at an angle now. Keep that rudder into the wind. Keep her as straight as possible.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, if I put the Reflex version 3 in, then the gyro gains are adjustable with a program on your phone. But with a Reflex 2, you have to use a cable. And obviously, you have to be landed. You can't be in the air. There. Even in this wind, though, she's quite stable. If you're looking for your first low wing, this is a great first low wing. If you're wanting to learn warbirds, this is a great trainer for that. All right. See if I can turn her. Maybe. Thank you. All right, now the wind is at her butt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that elevator down and let it act as an air dam to keep that tail planted. I may not have as much nose authority, but it'll keep me a little bit straighter. You only do that when the wind's at your tail. All right.
Prop secured.
We still had 1 minute and 20 seconds, but I'm going to call it quits for that. It's just too windy. There's a difference between letting wind teach you, because there is no better teacher for keeping your plane straight and level, and for teaching you react and muscle memory. There is no better teacher than wind. No trainer, no simulator. There's nothing that will teach you how to keep a plane flying straight and true, and developing your muscle memory better than wind. As you can see, the wind is turning the plane. All right, but having said that, at the same time, if you're getting to where you're so windy you're not enjoying yourself, then why are you out here? So, I mean, you have to understand that distinction. All right, let's go ahead and go over our rates real quick before we go inside the plane. Let me show them to you. I didn't even check them. I haven't flown. This is the first time flying her on the IX-14 SE. My flying rates. Ailerons are 100% with 30% expo. Elevator, 100% with 30% expo. And rudder is 125 with 30% expo. Probably need to increase the expo to help with the steering going down the runway, because they're tied together. All right, and that's all. And let's go flap settings. Not that I use my flaps today, but I'll go ahead and share them with you. There is a mix. Flaps up are negative 100% with no mix. Takeoff negative 75 with a 10% down elevator mix. And landing is
flaps
0 with a 15% down elevator mix, 2-second deployment. When I don't have any wind at all, which hardly ever happens, I know those flaps are good settings. They work real well at that rate. All right, let's talk about CG and some of the features of the plane. And like I said, the plane is longer than it is a wingspan. Okay, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I have it on top of the wings, and it's right there. It'll be in the description of the video. This is one of the few planes that I will check it from with the gear down. Well, with the gear down, but with it from the bottom like that. If I can keep it from flying out of my hands with this wind, that's pretty good. Now she will act like she's favoring, even at CG balance in there, she's going to act like she's tail heavy. That's actually okay. With this being the jet trainer, as long as that tail is back there, believe it or not, favoring tail heavy is fine with this plane. Now I don't mean grossly tail heavy, I mean just kind of favoring tail heavy. It works out fine with this plane. I've got a 4,000 in here. As far forward on this battery tray as I can get it without getting up on the foam there. It's actually as far forward as I can possibly get it. That's the Reflex version 2. And there's that 7-channel Limit RX, just a plain Jane receiver. I got one antenna going out the side, and then I got one tucked somewhere for 90 degrees. That yellow pigtail right there, that's your reverse thrust. If you wanted reverse thrust, you would put it in your 7th channel and pull your reflex. Now your reflex will still work, but it'll only work in the default of wind mitigation. In other words, it won't have a self-level, and you won't be able to turn the gyro off, and I don't think you can go in there and change the settings then if you don't have it fully engaged. But at least you'll have the wind gyro, and then you could have reverse thrust. Your only alternative would be get an 8-channel receiver. But then again, if you're going to use that reflex, don't get an 8-channel receiver that has a gyro. You don't want 2 gyros arguing with each other, okay? That's like having 2 women in the kitchen. You just don't want it. No offense to women, but we don't want that. Okay? Don't want 2 chefs. Okay? So you would have just buy yourself a plain Jane 8-channel receiver that has no kind of gyro stability. The Spectrum one puts one out, and I think they're like $70 right now. Put that in there, and you could use reverse thrust, and you could use all 3 levels of the gyro. There goes my canopy. All right, let's check the battery. I'm thinking I'm going to have a lot of battery left because this plane is actually quite good on the battery. If it's more than 60%, we're going to go up again. But we won't. We'll just check the battery after that. Yeah, 73%. Yeah, we're going to definitely go up again. We flew almost a full. We still had 1 minute and 20 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. So you can set your timer for 8 minutes, 8-9 minutes, maybe even 10 with a lot of throttle management, because she's not a super fast plane. But I'm not going to leave a battery at 73%, where I got to get it down below 50 at least. So, all right, let's take it up again, and we'll just let the timer go. We'll just check the battery again. I'm not going to change the rates or anything.
Motor on.
All right, we might actually don't need the flaps, but let's just do our takeoff flaps just to see if she gets in the air a little bit faster. Whoo, wind.
Flaps up, gear up.
Wind just kicked her in the air. All right, take it up. Do her nice little pop top roll there.
Time remaining.
Man, gosh, that wind is, I almost can't control her. The wind is just about at that level to where she's just so light. Yeah, if you're a beginner or you're just learning low wings, this is not a good day to fly. All right, let's see if we can handle a low pass here without crashing. Oh boy.
Landing flaps. 20 seconds. Flaps up.
Yeah, wind is just kicking her all over the place. We're gonna go up with her now. Turn the motor off. We're gonna do the same thing now. Turn the motor off. That's more than just for show.
Timer expired.
I go up like that, turn the motor off, let it tail slide or flip back down for a second or two. And I'm letting the motor and the battery and everything cool off, not having to work, and I'm just forcing some air over them. That's just a very nice looking way to cool your electronics off. All right, take it up. I'm gonna take it all the way up. Let's see how high I can get it. All right, that's high enough because I can't even get to the point where you're having a hard time telling if you're up or down. So definitely don't have any problem with vertical. Great flying plane. Even in this crazy wind, she's locked in. Now, nothing against the reflex version, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind putting a Spectrum 6-channel in this and enjoy the AS3X, because that is, in my opinion, the premier wind gyro. It really reads the plane and translates a good flying attitude. All right, I'm going to go deep here. Hold on, try it again. This is nuts. This wind is nuts. Absolutely insane. Oh, come on, turn. So I can get it flipped around there. That's all I can do is hold her still. See, the wind just turned her around this way. Well, you can look at my shirt. Tell you how it's going. All right, let's check the battery real quick. We went over, so now our total flying time, we went a minute and 40 over. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds of flying. And I had her full throttle, a lot of that. Let's check the battery again. And I noticed all the dust I had on her is all gone now, so that's good. That's the best way to clean your plane. Fly it. Okay, 50% even. I'll take that. So really, there you go. Almost 7 minutes. Seriously, I could see 10 minutes with throttle management on a calm day. 8 minutes, fly it the way you want. You'll come back at probably 25%. Well, folks, there you go. That is the PC-21 Pilatus from FMS. It's a great introductory warbird. It's a great, to learn the profile of how a jet flies, it's good for that. I don't say get this and then go right to jets. I'm just saying this helps get your mind thinking about how to fly a jet as far as how the plane reacts. It has a lot of jet-like aspects to it when it flies. I do recommend it though for learning low wings, and I do definitely recommend it for being your first warbird. It definitely does good to teach you how to fly a warbird. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. Jesus is Lord, and that is the FMS PC-21 Pilatus. And Camera Precious, thank you for filming. We'll see y'all later, and next time, God bless y'all. Bye-bye.